Oh, there we go. I can see that I'm... Hello, Linda. I'm here. You found me 7:30. Welcome, Linda. Welcome anyone else that's watching. Gosh, I started doing these about 3 weeks ago, and it was daylight outside, and just that short time I'm looking out and it's pitch black. So it doesn't take long. Mind you, we do have daylight savings happening next week, so that'll help with a bit of light. But I'm Karen from stampingbees.co.nz. Welcome. I hope everyone is really keeping well. We started compulsory self-isolation on Wednesday night at midnight. So we haven't been quite a week. But I was thinking today, and I put something up on my personal Facebook page, how grateful I am for so many wonderful things for us, in the sense that I'm in this beautiful big house and I have all my children home. My son, my oldest boy, usually lives in Germany, but he's been stuck here. So he's here, and my daughter, my soon-to-be my soon-to-be son-in-law, and Caitlin's having another baby in August, a wee boy, and my granddaughter and my youngest, who's 13, and my husband. The only wee worry we have, of course, is that my husband's a doctor and he's out and about in the front line, so to speak. So, but otherwise we live with bush in our property, lots of space, wonderful views, fantastic house. And we had this amazing lockdown party last night with all sorts of games and stuff like that. We had a whole lot of fun. So you really, we are all in a bad situation, and it is a huge worry, but you just got to make the most of what you do have. So so hopefully everyone is staying well. But let's get going. I really want to show you the Ornate garden, and just this wonderful technique that I have been dying to give a go and just haven't got around to doing it. And I thought, I'm going to try that today. And I just wanted to share that with you and some other cards that I've used with this suite. So I'm going to flip the phone and put it in the stand, and we're going to get going. So let me just make sure I get that. There we go. And make sure that you are seeing everything. Just put those over there. I can see the top. So, oops, up. There we go. I'm gonna make you all dizzy. That's better. Fabulous. I'll put that over there. That's my little stand. And the Ornate Garden Suite. I don't know if anyone else that is a demonstrator has ordered it yet, but for everybody else, this is available to order on the 1st of April, and I would just have to say it is absolutely amazing. So much in there. In fact, when I got it, I was a little bit not overwhelmed. I thought, oh my gosh, where will I start? There's so many fabulous things. And I just didn't know where to start. And now I just keep playing with it. I haven't been able to stop. But the papers, the dies, everything is beautiful. So I'm sure most of you have seen lots of pictures already online, but I will just quickly run through what I have here. These papers are just, I don't know, it's sort of a little bit old worldy for me in some ways. Sort of reminds me of, I don't know, just something in my past, maybe my, grandma or something like that. Don't know, but it's beautiful. They're beautiful, and the colours are beautiful. And I do love flowers. I'm a bit of a sucker for flowers. It tends to be my go-to. But look at these colours. Aren't these just beautiful? And these are all the this side. I was going to say front, but it's not necessarily front, because I find often the reverse sides are just as beautiful as the front side. Look at these. We have the gold inlay on the back as well. So you can colour these or just leave them plain. But just so much to offer. It is just beautiful. And with this suite, we have, I'll just pop that down there, ribbons. So this is terracotta tile ribbon and old olive. These are really, really easy to tie gorgeous little bows with. And the whole suite comes with 2 stamp sets. One actually that is in, you can see I've taken that one out, the red rubber set, and then this set here is in photopolymer. Look at this beautiful writing. I mean, this is just gorgeous. The sentiments and the script is just beautiful. I just love it. And you can make little sentences, little things to say, either putting them inside or on the outside of the card. Just stunning. And wait, there's more. This beautiful embossing folder. I'll show you on a card in a moment. It's just got lovely little flowers and leaves on it. And these 2 die sets. Now, one of these just does beautiful, you can cut this out for a base of your card or to put sentiments on or do layers. There's just so many things you can do with it. And then this one here is for doing edging. You can, actually I used this one just to show you on a card, and this little line here, for this end here, this cuts and then this end doesn't cut. So you can do it, I'll show you on a card that I've made what I'm talking about, because it probably sounds a bit double Dutch at the moment. But this is, if you look on the back here, this side hasn't cut and that side has. So it just gives you that beautiful edge. So just gorgeous. And there's about 3 options, and there's 3 sizes of flowers. But then also there's this edge, so you can actually use it to cut out. I think it's for this one actually. I haven't actually checked which one this is for. Maybe it's this one. I don't want to tell a fib and tell you which one it's for when I haven't really had a look at it yet. But one, as I say, cuts and one side doesn't, but you can add this to the other side and you can cut it out as a strip. So lots and lots of things to play with, and I've only just started playing with it, so I'm sure there'll be a lot more made with this suite. It's just stunning. I just love it. All the lacy corners and shapes. It's just beautiful. Sort of, as I say, sort of old worldy sort of feel to me. And then you have these gorgeous gems. Look at that, and you know what I'm like with my bling. The people that have watched me make things before, I just love my bling. And these are particularly sparkly. Absolutely gorgeous. So, just for some of the things, as I said, I made this card, and I made that with the edging, and then the inside. This is this gorgeous stamp in here, which I really like. It's in this stamp set here, just this edge here. Perfect for inside your card or your envelope or on the front of your card. And then I've just used the paper and then laid the ribbon. And that, thanks, you made my day. So not hard to make. Now this one I layered. Now this is using the terracotta tile colour, and I just, actually how it sort of happened, I couldn't make up my mind which dye to use, so I cut out a whole lot, then put them all together. And then I quite liked the layering frilly layering look, which I was quite pleased how it turned out in the end. So just, it's so easy to cut them out and just put them all together. And then I did another one in the mint macaroon. So that's the same thing. I didn't do quite as many layers, but yeah, quite like those colours as well. And the old olive. And then another one. So this one I may still play with because I'm not sure I'm happy with this bit down the bottom. So I just made that today and thought, and I do that sometimes. I'll make it and then I'll look at it and then I'll go back and adjust because I'm not quite sure of that strip down the bottom. But I love the colours. And then I also wanted to try, I have seen the Scrappy something or other, Scrappy, I've forgotten what it is, but it's Kylie Bertucci and her husband. I think he did it actually, but anyway, I've been having a play today with that as well, and I thought I'd add the strips in. But the papers, and I think Linda said something too, that they look much, much better in life. When you actually see the papers in real life and the colours, they are stunning. They really are, and pictures really don't do them justice. I absolutely love them. Well, I always say that, don't I? But I wouldn't get it unless I love them. And I just think there's so much that you can do with them. But the technique that I really wanted to show you today is what I've done with this card. And this is the bleaching technique. Now, I saw this technique ages ago. I thought, oh, must give that a go one day. And I have absolutely never got round to it. And I thought, I will show you how to do it today. So I've pre-done it, so I won't go through the whole card. I've pre-done this for you ahead of time. So I've just embossed this with black embossing powder and heat set it, because really I just wanted to focus on showing you how to do the bleaching. So I have got this set over here. I'll just bring them over. And I did obviously watch some YouTube on how to do this, and the best thing to do is have some water and some bleach. So this is just a little bit of bleach in here. You don't need a lot. And so I'm dipping it in the water and then dipping it in the bleach, and then basically all you're doing is colouring this in. You cannot see anything initially, but as it works its magic, you'll see the colour start to change. I'm just going to bring that over. It just seems a little bit dark. So just a little bit at a time. You can always go back like with anything, and if you want it a bit lighter, you can add a bit more. And you just colour that in. You probably see that one up there as it starts to dry. It doesn't take long. And I tried it with a couple of colours. I tried it with black, and the black was okay, but I just actually liked the colour that the bleach brought out. And now I've used the dark basic grey for this, and I just found the colour that it lifted up to was a lovely sort of a sepia colour, which I thought was fantastic for this. The other thing I did do, and I won't do it, I'm just going to use the white chalk pen this time. I actually flicked some of the bleach, but I ended up, and it's amazing what you can cover with sentiments, etc., or embellishments, but I ended up with a big blob on my card stock. So I had a big blobby bleachy bit, which I wasn't happy with. So I probably wouldn't, because of the danger of not being able to control the bleach on my project, I probably wouldn't actually attempt that again. I will just show you what I do with the white marker pen instead. You can do some dots that are far more controlled. So I'm being quite fast on this. You'd probably be a little bit more careful. Not that I've made any mistakes, but so as you can see, that's lifting into a gorgeous sepia colour. I just thought it was fantastic. And you will get different depths of colour when you do that, but that's all you do, is you just use that bleach, watered down bleach, and it just lifts that colour out. Now, the other thing I did, when it does dry a little bit longer, I actually use this pen. So it may not work that well because it hasn't completely dried, but it is the Stampin' Chalk marker, which has got the white, like the white ink in it. And then I just went around and did some highlights on the leaves. I coloured in the middle part of the flower. Now, as I say, this is still a bit wet, so I'm not quite sure how that will go with the pen. It might just fade out with the bleach, but you can get a wee idea of what I'm talking about. So with this, you can blend it in with your finger a bit as well if it gets, so it's not too blobby. Then I just added some highlights to the leaves and the tips of the flowers. And as well as that, I just added some dots. As I say, I flicked some of the bleach around, but it wasn't controlled enough for this. I do quite like that look, but it was a bit difficult to get a nice controlled look. And then you just add your sentiment. So I was actually, for my first attempt, I actually was really, really pleased with that technique. I certainly would use it again, and I'll try a different coloured cardstock. Hi, Helen. How are you? Welcome. Yeah, so I thought, well, being at home now and, you know, got plenty of time to give new things a go, I gave it a go, and I'm actually really happy with it. So I probably will try it with other colours as well. But I just think it actually just gives it a whole different look, which is lovely. And this sort of stamp is fantastic for this. So this is what I did when it was finished. As you can see, when it dries, the colour does lift a bit more. And the yellow sort of dots were the bleach, but I think I like just the white, and I had to use a few sentiments to cover up a big blob that's under there. But I did it sort of all one colour, but you can certainly do the base card in another colour. And yeah, but I just wanted to share that with you. So give it a go, give something different a go. It's fantastic, so simple and quick and easy. And this gone out of my head now. This suite, the Ornate Garden, is beautiful. Even if you don't get the whole thing, there is something in there for everybody. It really is a beautiful, beautiful suite. And as I say, it just gives me that old worldy feel with the patterns on the designer series paper and all the lace and the frills of sort of eras gone by. So certainly lots in there to play with, lots to fill your day in, because, you know, we just have to essentially do crafting now. Very important, very good for your mental health. So take care, everyone. I really hope that you give this a go. Send me some photos. I'd love to see what you do, and thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you next Sunday. Take care, everyone. Please look after yourselves, and if you do come in late and I haven't seen you live and you leave a comment, I will reply. So thank you so much. Bye.